Hey everybody, hope you're having a great day. And yes, in my hand, I have the Brooks Levitate shoe. One of Brooks, if not the newest running shoe. I'm looking forward to sharing with you first my experience and then getting a closer look of the shoe. I'll zoom in and also talk about the technology that I learned. There was a video that Brooks headquarters put out, and so I got to take some notes and I'll share with you. It really cool what went into the shoe, really amazing. First, just with my experience, you've probably seen I've put out several reviews on shoes. And I really have gone through a lot. Some of my friends think, my God, what is wrong with you? But unfortunately, I'm dealing with heel issues and plantar fasciitis. I'm getting orthotics this week, and I'm having a problem with both of my feet. So, been a Brooks fan. I used to have, I think the Brooks Ghost 5 many years ago, and I really did love those shoes. And then I went to a zero drop shoe, and I think that's what really aggravated my heels. But I saw this shoe, and I was like, wow, really cool. And when I went into the store and I knew they came out, I said I want to try them on because one of the things that look good, I love the color, I like this royal blue look and the silver, very cool. But I wanted something that was going to be comfortable for me to wear. Obviously the heel needs to be comfortable, but also the material, and I had another shoe that I really liked that had this knit type of material, and what a difference it makes. So first of all, I am a 2E. These only come in a D width. So I had seen on some of the reviews to say go a half size up. I went actually a full size up, and it's working fine, but I also have to wear a thin sock. So keep that in mind. Right now, the company only has this in a D width, and perhaps, how depending upon how things go, then they might come out with a wider shoe. I know I've seen on social media people like, why don't you have a wide shoe? So I imagine the demand's going to be there, and maybe they will. As far as the other color for men's, it's a white, mostly white and black. Really don't love that color. I would have considered getting maybe the other color if it wasn't that white. And then for the ladies, it has this nice greenish color. It's like greenish blue, I think. And also with the black, kind of similar, but with this greenish color, and then also a gray and black, I think, is that other color. So as far as some of the specs, it's a neutral shoe. So this is if you are needing more of a stability shoe. This is a neutral shoe. Mid sole drop is 8 millimeters. The weight is now it says here on the website 11.2 ounces. It is 13.5 ounces on the 12.5, and I did weigh that before. Let me just re-verify that. 13.5 ounces. So it is heavy for sure, but when I walk around in it, because right now I can't run, I'm walking and doing some exercising on like the bike. It doesn't feel like it's holding me down. As far as the arch, it's a medium arch, medium high, and it says country of origin is imported. And I'll go more into the technology and about the knit here in a few minutes when I zoom in. As far as the removable insole, this is the insole. It's got these nice little bumps. While I have taken these out in the meantime, I am using another insole that provides a little bit better support of with my arch and my heel. But I think then, we'll see. I am a little concerned, hopefully, that the orthotics won't make the toe box even more crowded than it is. But it's worked okay right now. But I really love the look. As far as that amp and the DNA amp and the energy rebound, I don't know if I could say that I'm getting this energy from walking. Again, I'm not running. I've heard mixed feelings. Some people say, wow, this is an awesome shoe. Feeling that, and I've read, some people saying that it is not giving them, this difference in energy. But it does feel really good. I will say that I tried several shoes and huge difference. I mean, I was trying another brand shoe and they were really hurting me and so uncomfortable. And I put these on, it was like, oh, heaven. And I was like, yes, thank you so much. And I even wrote to the company as far as my heel. I said, I don't know what magic you put into the sole, but my heel feels so much better. And so definitely has made a difference for me. I did, when I was watching the video, by the way, expectations as far as mileage to get out of the shoe from a runner, I recall it saying about 400 to 500 miles you should be able to get in the shoe. If you're, around 400 or thereabouts, and you're not feeling that energy rebound, or it just doesn't feel that same, then it's about that time within 50 miles to change out the shoe. But for my experience and wearing it every day, while it hasn't eliminated the pain, it's helped quite a bit. It feels so good on my foot, really so comfortable. This knit material, just makes a big difference. So what I want to do now is zoom in. I'll show you a close-up of the shoe and just share with you a little bit about what I've seen on the video, that I've taken the notes, and I'll share that with you as I highlight shoe closer up. But this is a really cool shoe. Retail is $150. It's a high price point shoe, but again, to me, I like it a lot, and it feels good on my feet. Very breathable, by the way, as well. And they look good with jeans. When I wore them to work the first day, I got a lot of compliments. They said, wow, this is a sharp-looking shoe, and that silver pops. And for some, they might think it's a little much. First I thought, it's a little much, but I do like it. It pops so well. They really did a very nice job with the design. By the way, and actually I'll show you once we zoom in, more about the shoelace and the tongue pad. All right, here we go. Okay, so before I get into what I learned, first of all, the tongue is a thinner tongue, but it does provide a little padding and makes it very comfortable to wear. The shoelace is thin but stretchable, and the area here snugs around the foot well. Very similar look to the Brooks Ghost 10, and it's got some nice thick cushioning around that area of the shoe. So it really is just such a beautiful shoe. But so I was watching the video. It was Carson. He's a director of product line management, and he manages the shoes. And what he was sharing is the idea behind the shoe. It started about 7 years ago, and they wanted to create the springiest ride for runners. And the technology took a long time to develop. And the DNA Amp, which is now called the DNA Amp, and they partnered with BASF. You may have seen some of their commercials on TV, but they are one of the largest chemical companies, and they work on foams, polyurethanes, and these have gotten much lighter, and Brooks asked if they can make the most springiest polyurethane, and they did that. So what they did was they wrapped the polyurethane in a thermoplastic, which is this silver color, and it's on the bottom of the shoe, and it's just not for aesthetic. It is for a purpose. It's 3 millimeters thermoplastic, and it is a kind of elastic. Then what they do is they vacuum seal it to the mold, and as they pour the polyurethane on top of the mold, it locks the foam and has nowhere to escape. So when you're running, and my notes are that the foam will push out, but the skin, which this outer area, the silver, will push the polyurethane back and bring the energy back, and it then pushes the energy back to the body, and this is the DNA Amp. So a little history on the shoe there. As far as the sole, it does allow for flexibility, as you can see there, but it springs right back in place. So you can see that. And what happens is, so there's not too much flexibility, so too much flex diminishes the energy return. They made the grooves on the arrow shape, and this allows it to flex but snap back. It creates an elastic effect on your foot and enhances the DNA. The point follows, so this point here, what it does, it follows the heat pressure pack of the foot, moves and flexes with the foot. So very cool. They put a lot of time and science into this, really amazing. As far as the upper, which I just absolutely love this upper, it's a circular knit upper. The knit goes around in a circle, and they're done in a three-dimensional tube. This gives the upper more elasticity and forgiving. The yarn is more fine, making the layer very thin and very comfortable. It really is just, when you put it on your feet, you really just will love it. So the difference between this, and most people will ask, what's the difference between the Levitate and the Glycerin shoe? So as he explained it, Carson explained it, the Glycerin is like the Cadillac, the 7 Series BMW. It's plush, it rides down the street, you don't feel any bumps, kind of running on clouds. As far as the difference here, the Levitate is more like a sports car, more tuned suspension. It's in the energy quadrant and makes the run feel springy, really lively on your foot. So that gives you a little bit of an idea about the technology that went into the shoe. It's really pretty amazing. I'm very pleased with the shoe. Let me know if you have any questions, but I would go between a half size and a full size up, and then again for me with the thinner sock, it's worked well. All right, everybody, great job, Brooks. Looking forward to seeing more colors come out, and as well as these coming out in a wide. We'll see you on the next video. Enjoy the Brooks Levitate. Take care.